Hey, I'm Jim Kimble, editor of CordCuttingReport.com. For the last 2 months, I've been testing out a brand new 4K projector called the NEBULA X1. The unit I have here is an early test model of what the company is describing as an outdoor entertainment system. Anker sent me the X1 along with few accessories, including a set of wireless Dolby speakers and a microphone kit that will be sold separately. I've been using the X1 with 2 different screens in my home. I have an ALR screen downstairs in my office and a white matte screen here in my living room. I'm going to show you how this 4K projector looks on both screens. We're also going to cover key features, the remote control, and what kind of picture quality I've been seeing lately. This is not a sponsored video. Everything that you're about to hear comes from my own hands-on testing and some of the feedback that I've been giving to the company. If you do use one of the affiliate links below, I may receive a small commission at no cost to you, and that helps me fund my year-round testing. So the X1 is a long throw projector. It is Dolby Vision certified and supports HDR10. It's running on a customized version of Android TV 11 that's built to support Google TV features. That includes a native Netflix app that streams in 4K and other major streaming apps that you would expect, such as Hulu, Max, Prime Video, and Disney Plus. There is also support for Google Assistant. The projector has a hard plastic frame with a retractable handle at the top. The case is just over 7 inches tall and measures just under 10 inches from front to back. It comes with a 12-foot power cord. You can only use the projector with the power cord. There is no internal battery. The X1 is very bright. The company says that it's capable of up to 3,500 ANSI lumens, and it uses a tri-color laser light source. I haven't measured the brightness with any tools at this point, but compared to other 4K lifestyle projectors that I've been testing, it is definitely on the brighter side of things. So I think 2 of the strongest, or at least most unique features on the X1 are its ability to automatically dial in your picture and remember your settings for a specific room. I've been moving this projector around a lot during testing, and one of the things that stood out to me is how it uses its spatial adaptation to automatically calibrate your picture. It'll scan your wall, it'll find your screen, and automatically dial in your screen size. It also adjusts keystone correction and focus. You can save those adjustments for a specific room using another feature called Spatial Recall. So let's say you brought the projector outside, but you already have all your settings dialed in for your family room. You can just go to Spatial Recall and select the setting you saved for a specific room or setup. It remembers all your settings for that room. I was a little skeptical about the adaptation and spatial recall features at first, but over time it won me over because it was very consistent. Even if your image isn't lined up 100%, you might not even need to go into the settings to make a quick fix. For me, a lot of times I just had to give the projector a little nudge or a small adjustment, and that was enough to get it back where I wanted it. The move and zoom setting lets you manually adjust the image position horizontally or vertically, and you can fine-tune the screen size as well. That's important to me because sometimes I might be switching between watching a movie on a streaming service and then going over to some PC gaming, and your output might be slightly different between those 2 formats. The overall picture quality has been very satisfying. I've been watching 4K movies on Prime Video, Disney Plus, and Hulu, and I've been testing out the projector with different 4K videos on YouTube. Whenever I watched a video that had Dolby Vision support, the image had that immersive, lifelike quality that I often look for. The presets on this projector are very good, and a number of them are pretty typical of what you see on a 4K projector like this. There is a preset called NebulaMaster, which seems to be where the projector's image engine really kicks in. It boosts HDR tone mapping, it sharpens up the contrast, and gives you that punchier cinematic look without needing to make manual adjustments. One thing that I've noticed with reviewing 4K projectors this year is that we are definitely entering what I've been calling the lifestyle pro era of projectors. So for example, with the X1, this projector is ISF certified. So that means it's been professionally tuned at the factory for accurate color and grayscale. The projector also gives you access to advanced tools like 3D LUT support and white balance controls. And those kinds of controls are typically what you would see with a more expensive home theater projector. The X1 has an all-glass lens, and I haven't noticed any soft edges or light bleed. The focus has been sharp across the entire screen. In terms of contrast, I thought even when I had a small light on in the room, you could still see details from shadows and highlights. I've tested it in daylight in the family room and at night on the ALR screen in my office. In both cases, it held up surprisingly well. But of course, you really want to use these projectors in a dark room for your best picture. The remote control is small, it fits well in the hand, it runs on 2 AAA batteries. It's backlit and the buttons light up automatically, even when you just move the remote a little bit, which is a nice touch. At the top of the remote, there's a button you can use to jump into both automatic and manual calibration settings. There's a Google Assistant button for voice commands. You've also got volume controls and a mute button, which is always nice to have. The shortcut buttons launch Netflix, Prime Video, and YouTube. The X1 actually has a pretty capable built-in speaker system that supports Dolby Audio. It includes a pair of forward-facing speakers and some upward side-firing elements. There's decent volume and clarity here. Dialogue comes through clean, and there's enough volume to fill a medium-sized to larger room. There isn't a ton of bass, which is pretty typical for most built-in projector speakers, but it's good enough to watch a movie or TV without needing anything extra. If you're watching outdoors or in a larger space, you might want to eventually upgrade to the satellite speakers, but it's definitely not a must-have right out of the gate. The X1 can be expanded to this surround sound setup using its pair of satellite speakers, which are sold separately. They connect automatically when you power them on, and they're designed to work only with the X1. They don't work with your phone or a TV like a typical Bluetooth speaker. Each speaker has an 8-hour battery. These speakers support multi-channel, low latency, lossless audio. The speakers definitely made a big difference in the overall experience when I was watching a movie, especially one that might have music in the background or a lot of softer sounds that are in the background of dialogue. If you do get the speakers, I recommend giving them a full charge before your first use. The batteries in these are not replaceable. They are built-in batteries. As far as connectivity goes, around back, you've got 2 HDMI ports, a USB-A, a USB-C, and an optical audio port. I have been gaming a little bit with the X1, and there is a game mode setting which optimizes its response time. I am showing my calibration screen from my Xbox Series X. Overall, I would say that I had a very satisfying and responsive gameplay, but I'm not a competitive gamer. I am someone who enjoys my Xbox Game Pass subscription quite a bit. So far, I think the Nebula X1 is a solid step into that lifestyle pro category that I've mentioned earlier. You've got real home theater tools like the ISF calibration, but this is definitely a plug-and-play setup that is designed to be taken outdoors or wherever else you want to watch a movie or TV show. If you're someone who wants that big screen experience without diving into menus or messing with settings, this is a promising all-in-one option. I'll keep testing its overall performance, including satellite speakers, the mic kit, and gaming performance. And once the weather gets better, I'll see how it holds up outdoors. If you've got questions or you want to see something specific in the full review at the Cord Cutting Report website, drop a comment below. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.